What do you think the Socceroos were before the World Cup started?
Okay. Australians are known for their slang, aren't they?
Yes.
So, like McDonald's is Macca's. I thought that's what they called soccer. I didn't know it was the name of a team.
Oh. She thought the whole sport.
Let's go play some Socceroos. And I never questioned it because it makes sense. Like, when I first came to it, it does make sense. It's not that weird.
Okay, here's the
It's
thing
not.
about Australian slang as well is we like to shorten things. And I feel like Socceroos is longer.
Oh, whatever.
Than soccer.
Potato,
That's
potato.
true, actually, yeah.
Potato, potato. Now, I'm
Yeah,
going
let's
to
go
defend
play
myself.
some Socceroos.
I'm gonna defend myself. I moved here this is my 9th year, and the slang was weird. Like, meet me in the Arvo. Like, what do you mean? I thought it was the name of a place.
What do you think that meant?
I thought it was the name of a place. Like, meet me.
Oh, like the
in the
Arvo.
Arvo. Like,
Yeah, okay.
that's like inside of a cafe or something.
Yeah, okay.
You can judge me. I come from a post-colonial nation. I will
Sorry.
not take the shame.
Okay, yes,
Oh, I am.
fine.
Okay.
So that segues into my next question.
Yes.
Who are the Socceroos and how are they going this FIFA World Cup?
What a beautiful question. Socceroos, to fully educate you now, is the Australian national men's team for football, for soccer. Okay. So we've been at a few World Cups. We've notoriously not been at a World before 2006. We had not been at a World Cup for quite some time. 2006, we qualified with some really famous players.
What a great
and
year.
Then, yeah, I mean, we've been in every World Cup since. So we were at 2010, we were at 2014, 2018 we were there, 2022, and now here, 2026. Actually, I'm not even sure we're at 2018. Don't know, to be honest.
We won't fact check that.
We won't have to fact check it. But yes, 2026, we're here at Socceroos, and we've got off to a great start already. We beat Turkey, who are a lot of people's, what you call dark horses. Do you know what like dark horses are, kind of?
No need to mansplain. That's okay.
That's fair enough.
Continue.
I'll retract.
Wait, no, I want to know. I want to know. What's a dark horse?
Okay, so like throughout the World Cup, there are favourites, people to favourite to win, and then a dark horse is someone that like I'm not really sure they're going to win, but you know they're on the sort of
They're
like,
silently
I reckon
like
they
the
could do
undercurrent.
have a good campaign.
So that's Turkey.
That was Turkey.
Okay.
A lot of people said Turkey with their dark horses, like we think they're going to surprise people and do well.
right.
That's
So-
Sri Lanka in cricket.
Oh yeah. Oh, but
We
we've
consider
been
Sri Lanka as
we've
a
just
dark
been
horse.
a dead horse for the past.
For the past
few
few
years.
years, but I think back in the day, like if Sri Lanka and India played, like Sri Lanka was a dark horse. Like you didn't really know, but there were a couple of like silent killer players in there, a couple of really good strategists. So
Right.
you don't know where it would go, but that's like the fun of it.
Yes. Yeah. So we got off to a great start by beating them, which is fantastic. So
Nice.
we've got the
Revenge for Gallipoli was one
Yes.
of the
There's a lot of stuff going on. Trust me, that's not even a
That
crazy
was
to say.
amazing.
That was a great.
But I
thing
love
done.
how Australians watch football because they, it is such we go so heavily after our teams. We love our teams so much, but we also are so willing to make them memes that it's like, we'll watch it for fun. And if we win, we lose, whatever.
But I think that's just sports, right? Would England do the same? Like, do they troll and meme their teams?
I think England, because football is the biggest sport there and the whole country plays it essentially.
Yeah.
It's more than anything
Yeah.
to back the team. I think for Australia, because we are a smaller footballing nation, it's just great to see us there and really give it a good go. I think that's why you see so many people get around it, which is great to see. But England, it's like life or death. Like if England have a bad game, that's it. Like people are angry, people are frustrated, people are like, nah. So I think it's different for those two countries, but no, it's really good to see a lot of people get around the Socceroos this year. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good segue into why do you think we don't have a very strong FIFA culture in Australia, and what do you think has to change?
Gosh, how long do you have? Like,
Take it away.
there's a lot. I think the biggest thing is culture. Firstly, like I mentioned with England, like it's rooted in almost every household. Football, it's the system they have there is brilliant. Everyone loves it. It's a population of God knows how many now, but everyone is ingrained into football. Whereas here, our two biggest sports at the moment are NRL and AFL, and they're looked at as very traditionally Australian sports, like especially AFL, which is like the only country that plays it. So everyone is sort of their attention goes towards those two, and then football, soccer here is kind of like on the side. Even cricket as well is up with NRL, AFL. So it's not part of the culture yet. I think once it grows a bit more and once more good things happen in the world stage, like the Socceroos and the Matildas as well, it might become part of our culture. But that's the first thing. And the second thing is our youth system is completely terrible. Like in England, again, they have a great youth system in terms of academies and a good pathway process to get a lot of young kids playing football and then getting them to, gradually increase their skills and move up in the ranks, because England has an incredible ranking system of tiers of levels of football. Whereas Australia, we have one league, the A-League, where you can, if you become last in that league, for example, there's no jeopardy. That's it. You just restart the next season. Whereas in England, if you become last, you are relegated, and you can become relegated, and you can keep going down, and that gives more chances for other teams then to get promoted, and they can go up, and that increases that the journey for a lot of clubs, and they're related to different suburbs in England.
But also how intense that relationship is, people have with soccer and football, because I feel like it's really ride or die here. And you have to really work hard to be the best in that game. That goes into my next question. Can you explain the term GOAT?
Yes, love to. GOAT is an acronym for greatest of all time. So it is given...
Wait, what am I missing?
Because I want to ask him now, who do you think is the GOAT?
Oh. I was like, what? Where are we going
He's
with this?
okay, so he's wearing an Argentina jersey and asking Dilpreet, who plays for the Argentinian team. And you said...
Argentinians. Listeners, I'm right.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. There's one very famous Argentinian.
Oh, Messi?
Yes.
Well, okay, you really have a very low standard for me. I know who Messi is.
Well, I asked you the question.
What is going on?
So this is a controversial question I'm asking you, because people are very divisive about this. Who do you think is the GOAT?
Yeah, Messi's the GOAT.
Okay.
Messi's the GOAT. I would say that with chess.
A lot of people say that. Is that between Messi and Ronaldo, right?
Yes.
Who's the better player?
Yes.
I have hardly met anyone who said Ronaldo. Indians
Really?
love Messi.
What? Yeah, they do
Yeah,
actually.
they do.
Indians love Messi. Indian women probably love Ronaldo. But people who actually watch the games, what? It's fair. It's fact. Okay, so going back to the Socceroos, do you have any favorite players? Do you have any big hopes from particular men on the field this year?
Anyone we should watch out for?
Definitely. There's a few cool, really young and good players on this team. It's a really fresh squad. So our average age for the squad is 24. So it's a young squad, really full of life and energy. So number one is Nestroy Irinkunda.
Yep.
So he scored one of the goals
Yes.
against Turkey. He's fantastic and will go on to great things. There's another player called Jordan Boss, or Geordie Boss. Okay. He plays on the left-hand side, left back, or left wing back he plays. Currently playing in the Dutch league. I think he'll get a big move to a bigger club, hopefully in England.
Nice.
Fingers crossed. There's another player called Alessandro Ceccati, who currently plays in Italy, but he is a young Australian centre-back as well. So he's a defender. He's fantastic. Really, really good player. And then, there's a few on there. Connor Metcalf is fantastic. He scored the other goal against Turkey. And he's also very, very talented. So we've got some really good players in this squad, which I think is why everyone is a lot more excited this year than they were back in 2022.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen this much excitement about soccer in this country ever before. So I don't know if I was living under a rock, or is this actually new? This is a bit new, isn't it?
It's definitely. I think it's become a massive, not massive, but it's a gradual step. We had the 2022 World Cup, which I think there was hype, and we saw some scenes down in Fed Square from back then where people were really getting around it. And then sort of to top that off, we had the Matildas in their World Cup campaign, which was hosted in Australia.
Yeah.
And that gave even more eyes on football, which I think really got the ball rolling. So since 2023, now 3 years later, it's been a gradual increase, and now we're here with this really talented team, and I think that's why it's really just blown up.
Bit of a political question.
Yeah.
After the last week's match, I think because of One Nation's popularity, there was a lot of conversation around men of color doing so well for Australian sports. Did you have any opinion around that?
My gosh. This is the first political question I've ever been asked, probably in my life.
In your life?
We really put you on the spot for this.
Because I can't lie, I find politics just, I can't get into it too much, because I feel like it always ends in an argument and I will start crying.
Oh, that's fair.
And I end up losing. I think the way I look at it is, and I think the way it should be looked at, is that whoever's playing for the Socceroos or whoever's playing the Matildas are Australians, first and foremost. I think it doesn't matter what the colour of their skin is. They are Australians. And all of them have been proud to sing that national anthem. All of them are proud to represent that country. All of them are proud to represent the green and gold. And I think that should be the forefront of the conversation is they're doing Australia proud. They're not doing, the country, their backgrounds are proud. They're not representing those countries. Yes, they can understand where they've come from, but they are Australian at the end of the day. And I think they all admit that as well. So I think I understand with football, there's always going to be politics, but politics should always stay out of sport, regardless of what it is. So I think if you see Australia doing well, it's Australia doing well.
Slowly wrapping up, if this is someone's first World Cup ever, or someone's just getting into FIFA, for example, which is a lot of our listeners, I think, lol. What are some of the 3 main things you can tell them?
Well, definitely follow SBS Sport socials.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Everyone.
definitely, SBS. Having the rights to the World Cup since 1986, and they do it the best out of anyone else because everyone else sucks. So definitely follow SBS Sport socials because you'll have a great time. Secondly, I'd obviously, again, back Australia. Keep up to date with the Socceroos, see how they go, and just, if you can, get down to bars, get down to live sites, and be immersed in the Socceroos support. If you're wearing the green and gold, you'll be accepted, and it'll be a great time. And then the other thing I would say is actually just take everything in, really see what is going on online, and really try and watch games that you wouldn't expect to watch. We're up here. Obviously, we have to watch all the games to do our job, but Austria-Jordan is playing right now, and I have no connection to Austria-Jordan, but I would still have the same excitement for Austria-Jordan that I would have for any other game, because I think that way you get exposed to, again, the different cultures, people celebrating, people being happy, and people coming together. So I think just take everything in, really just put yourself out there and watch those random games, because I think that's the best way of getting started with football.
Yeah.
Amazing. I have one last question for you as well.
Yeah, please.
SBS, we are so big on watch parties because we are broadcasting it. What are your 3 watch party essentials?
Oh, I love that question. What a beautiful question. Beer,
Yes.
alcohol, definitely. Unless obviously up to you if you want to drink. But I think having a drink with your mates is one of the top tier experiences you can ever have as an adult. Drink responsibly, obviously. Definitely beer. I think definitely having some form of either kit or scarf or something to represent your country. That color is really good because I don't know, you just feel a bit more immersed in everything like that. And then 3, you should just have the ability to switch off your care about anyone else and really just give everything to when something good happens. If there's a good tackle, if there's a goal being scored, genuinely just let yourself go and scream. Because if once you start, if you're the first, everyone else is going to join in, and that's going to bring the vibe up to the max. And then everyone else is just going to be like, that guy, I want to party with him 100%. And then you make new friends. So yeah.
Oh, wait. Do you know what SBS was unofficially called back in the day?
I heard about this the other day. Wasn't it Sex Before Sport?
Sex Before Soccer.
Soccer, that's it.
Soccer specifically.
I feel like that is so cool.
It is
they
so
would play
good.
some random French erotic film, and then soccer would come on.
That's brilliant.
It's amazing.
Bring it back, I reckon.
Yeah, bring it back. Bring back Sex Before Soccer.
I think so.
Yes.
This vibe is so good. Guys, I think we have to host a watch party at some point together.
Sure.
So,
We'll do it.
I guess this is time for us to wrap up now. Thank you so much for joining us on SBS Spice, Seth.
Thank you for having me, guys. What a blast it was.
Yeah.
Thank you.